Because I used to sing all the time in school, like in my classroom, that's what I'd do. Everyone else would be like throwing paper and doing stupid stuff, and I'd just sit there and sing. A lot of people are out there to help other people. I mean, everyone thinks that everyone's out there to hurt people. Because believe it or not, I mean, I still get nervous when I'm in front of the camera. But yeah, that was really cool seeing people cover my songs and seeing like karaoke versions of my songs on YouTube. Because like I always used to use these like sites to cover songs, you know, and now these sites are putting my songs up. How are you? I'm gonna ask you how you are.
Oh my god, I'm great.
You're good? Okay, I'm good. I might just interview you and talk to you.
Gosh.
Can we talk about your hair? Just show the camera your hair.
It's like kind of blue,
it's like blue,
purple.
purpley, but it's so sick. I love your hair. It's so cool.
Oh, thank you. We have the amazing Harvey here today.
Thank you for having me. It's really cool because like most interviews, I kind of sit there and they ask me questions and they're like behind the camera. But it's nice that we're kind of just walking in sunny LA and just having a chat. So I love this. This is like, I want to do this every day. It's so nice.
The sweetest.
Thank you.
So you're born in Kent, right?
Yeah, born in Kent in the UK.
Yeah.
So like it's about 20 minutes from London. And yeah, I've lived there for all my life.
Yeah.
All 19 years of it. Well, 18 years of them, yeah.
Are your parents from there as well?
Yeah, literally, I'm so English. I'm like as English as it comes, you know. All my family are from the UK, they're all from there.
Kent?
From Kent, yeah, we all kind of grew up in the area and we haven't kind of like broken out of it. So I'm going to be like the first one to kind of break out of it.
Yeah, that's really
I want to move
cool.
to LA at one point in my life, maybe soon. But for now, I'm going to be back and forth from the UK and here. Yeah.
How do you describe your childhood back in Kent?
Just really normal, like just really suburban, just really like, I don't know, just normal. Like I had a nice house, you know, I went to a nice school, I had good friends. I had like a lucky upbringing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it was very easy, you know. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have kind of like a nice upbringing, a nice childhood.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And her mom was like a counselor. Does she still do that? Or?
Wow, yeah, that's you know a lot. Yeah, my mum used to be a counsellor, so she's a really good listener. So whenever I have any problems or I want to talk to someone about things, I can just talk to my mum, and she's great. And she, like counsellors, they just listen. You know, they don't always have to give advice. They just listen. So it's like talking to like your dog. You know, not that my mum's a dog, but
I know what you mean.
But do you know what I mean?
That.
You can just talk to your dog, and they don't have to say anything. They just have to listen to it. That's what it's like. Yeah.
And was your dad in some printing thing or?
Yes, he is. Wow, you know a lot. That's so cool. Yeah, my dad's a printer where he has like printing businesses, and he just prints things like tickets and newspaper things and posters and all that kind of stuff. So whenever I need any posters or any like things to give to fans or all that promo kind of stuff, he prints it for me.
Where do you get your creative side from then?
I don't know. My mum was quite creative, so you know, I don't want to put my mum down. She's creative. My dad and my other brothers are just not at all. I love you boys, but like they're just so not creative, bless him. But my granddad is very creative. He plays guitar and he sings and he like makes things from wood. Like he's like a craftsman. He's really cool. He's very creative. Yeah.
What kind of music were your parents playing in the house when you were growing up?
U2, like rockier, poppy kind of stuff, and I grew up listening to that. My dad always used to play it in his car, and I never knew what the words were, so I used to make them up. So I have my own lyrics for all these different songs.
That's why songwriting from the start.
Yeah, well the thing is, whenever he used to play these songs, I used to think I knew the lyrics, so I'd sing it with him. Yeah. And it was only till like a few years ago we'd listen back to him and like, you know, just remember him. And I was like, I remember that song nothing like how I thought it went. And he used to say, he just let me do my thing, you know, he let me sing whatever I wanted. So it was
Who
really
showed
cool.
you like Justin Timberlake at the beginning and Michael Jackson?
So obviously I knew who these guys were anyway, and I used to love watching them, but I only really seriously got into them when my manager showed me him. So Justin Timberlake and Craig David, all these kind of people. My manager was like, look, I know because I used to show him what I'm into and what kind of YouTube cover people I'm into, and he said you really need to check out these guys. I know you already know who they are, but like really like listen to their music and check them out, because I know that you like them and that's kind of your style. So I did. And that was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. So since then, I've been really big fans of all. And Justin Timberlake's album is about to come out. I think it might be out today or tomorrow, whenever. So I'm super excited about that.
How do you describe yourself back then, growing up?
You know, I'm gonna say mature because I was quite mature from a young age.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, I like to think of myself as young and young-minded, but I'm mature in certain situations, and you know where I need to be. So I was mature.
Was that from your parents though? They kind of.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, my parents were so laid back that like. I always thought of it like this. My parents would never tell me not to do anything. So what I mean by that, it's really hard to explain. But if like my parents were to say, you can't do that, don't do that. Yeah. Most people at my age would be like, no, I want to do it. So they'd rebel against it. Whereas like, for me, they let me do what I wanted. So I didn't have to, like, I didn't need like feel the need to rebel or do anything like that. Hello,
Yeah.
have a nice day. I was fun. I felt like I was kind of like a fun person, you know. And I was passionate as well. Passionate about the things I do and the things I say.
Who are you more similar to, your mom or dad?
My mum. Yeah.
Better
yeah.
listener.
Yeah. My dad's cool, but you know, like dad's a dad, you know. Your mum's just your mum. There's no like explanation to it. She's just your mum. So.
Were you into school growing up?
No, I hated it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I hated school. I mean, my school were amazing because they let me do certain things, like because I was singing from a young age, so they let me go off and do like interviews and like performances. So my school was really kind to me, and all my friends were really cool. I just didn't like the fact that I had to sit in a classroom the whole day and study things that I didn't want to study, because I was lucky because I knew what I wanted to do, you know? I knew I wanted to be a singer or be in the music industry, so when I was doing algebra, I was like, I just want to get out of this classroom right now. I want to go out and sing, I want to go out and experience the world. I don't want to be sat in a small room with like 30 other children just like throwing paper around, you know? It just wasn't me. I mean, I wasn't bad at school either. I got all my like exams, I passed them all, and I got A's and B's. I just wanted to get out of it, you know?
Was like music your favorite subject, like out of...
Do you know and this is a really weird thing, is okay?
Yeah.
I never took music as a subject.
Oh, really?
Which is really strange. Yeah, because I did so much music already, and I did it. I've grown up doing it and singing, and like so investing my time into it. I thought instead of like doing extra of that, I thought I'd apply myself to things like I did drama instead. So I did acting.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I felt like it'd bring out my confidence and it made me kind of like a more confident person. And I thought one day I wanted to get into acting as well and be in TV shows and movies and adverts and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that would help me out in the long run, you know, because I already do a lot of music. So I didn't actually do that as a subject, which is kind of weird. But I loved it. I loved drama. It was one of my favourite subjects to do.
And was the Facebook video thing you did, that's one of the first things you did to put yourself out there,
yeah,
right? Like so many years ago.
So like my friends told me that I should post a video of me singing, because I used to sing all the time in school, like in my classroom. That's what I'd do. Everyone else would be like throwing paper and doing stupid stuff, and I'd just sit there and sing, and I'd annoy everyone with my singing. So like, look, why don't you just post a video, you know, and like be done with it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I did it. So I did it with my friend, and then it kind of blew up a little bit, you know. It did quite well on Facebook, and then I started posting more stuff. Oh wait, don't get hit by a car. I started. It started from there, really. There's just so many cars, by the way. Thank you for not hitting us. Thank you.
And then Blair, your managers, reached out to you. That was like pretty early on, right?
It was when I was like 13, 14, and he contacted my mum at like 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. And the next day I got the day off school, which was so good, which I loved it. I loved him for that. Yeah. And then I swam with him like the following week, and then it kind of just went from there, and it's been a journey ever since. I'm 19, which is crazy. I don't realise sometimes when people ask me like, how long have you been doing this for? And I've been doing it for like, 13, well seriously, 13, 14,
like
15,
5, 6
16,
years.
17, 18, 19, 6 years, 7 years, which is kind of crazy when I think about it. I started quite young.
And then you signed with like a label early on, right?
Yeah, so I signed with the Universal London very early on, but I brought a music video then just to kind of test the waters, and then I had to continue my schooling. I couldn't do a lot because I was in school, and I had to finish my GCSEs and my... Hey little guys! It's okay!
Oh, they're so small.
I love you guys! I love dogs. Yeah, so I had to basically come out of the deal and finish my schooling, because I had to do it. My kind of state wouldn't allow me to do anything else, so I finished my schooling, and I left school and I got my exams, and then I flew out here and then did some work out here, met some people, met some friends, recorded more music, and then went back to the UK and then signed with Virgin EMI, which is the biggest label in the UK, so big up Virgin EMI, love you guys. And then recently I just signed to Capital on the States, so they're my team now, which is amazing. They're so cool. So yeah, that's kind of like the little journey.
What did your parents think of just doing music so early on?
They loved it, because it was...
That's so supportive.
Because they're so supportive, and the fact is, I knew what I wanted to do from an early age, so I think they liked the fact that I knew what I wanted to do, so they wanted to support what I wanted to do, you know? But they're really good, they're really supportive of my other brothers as well. So I know if I was ever to like change profession, I wanted to do something else, they would support me in every way they could as well. But I don't think I will, not yet anyway. Yeah. That couch is so
Oh my god,
dope.
that's so...
We should have got a picture there.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh,
I love that.
Painted on it. That's cool.
That's so cool. Sorry, yeah.
Were you ever afraid of joining it, like, from such a young age, like signing deals or like certain contracts or meeting certain people?
I mean, I've heard loads of scary stories about people signing their lives away and stuff, but I don't know, I kind of have like the mentality is like whatever happens, happens, and obviously I don't just sign whatever comes to me, but I mean, a lot of people are out there to help other people. I mean, everyone thinks that everyone's out there to hurt people, you know, and sign people into bad things, but I mean, maybe I'm naive, but I just look at it as everyone wants to help each other out. I mean, there are some people that don't, so, but I was never really scared because I had like a really supportive team around me, and they knew what meant what. And
then was the first like kind of thing on TV was like the Friday download that you did?
Yeah, so I did a TV show when I was like 15 to 16, I think, and it was a show on CBBC, and it was called Friday Download, and I did it with my friends, and again that was really cool. We did a lot of challenges, and it gave me some experience as well, being on TV and being in front of the camera. Because believe it or not, I mean, I still get nervous when I'm in front of the camera all the time. Like I don't even like the look of myself on camera. But that's just, I mean, I think that's like most people, you know, they don't want to see or hear themselves. But yeah.
Soon after that, you toured with like Little Mix, right?
Yeah. I toured with Little Mix, which was crazy. We did all the arenas around the UK and Ireland, and the girls were amazing. And again, it gave me so much experience because I was singing in front of thousands of people, and I was so tiny. I was like 14, 15. So that was really scary, but it was so fun. One day I want to be able to set up my own arenas. One day, maybe. I've only ever released that one song, which was called Thank You, which is years ago. But only recently I actually released EPs. So I've released 2 EPs, and they've done well, and people have seemed to like the music, which is cool, and it's been a good journey.
What was it like going from like growing up and just singing covers to like being in sessions and learning how to work with people?
That was cool, because I've always covered other people, right? Yeah. But the coolest thing was like recently is seeing like other people cover my songs, you know? Like that was really cool, and working in the studio as well with the writers and stuff. I didn't really know like what went into making a song. With songs, just thought they were just songs. But there's so much time that goes into it, and so much thought process, and so much like heart that goes into these songs, and it was a big eye opener. And I love the studio, it's one of my favourite things to do. But yeah, that was really cool, seeing people cover my songs and seeing like karaoke versions of my songs on YouTube. Because like I always used to use these like sites to cover songs, you know, and now these sites are putting my songs up.
And then back then you did something like Chicken Girls, right?
Yeah. So I did like a little TV thing on YouTube, which is really cool, and I've got some friends on there as well, and like there's so many people that watched it. I didn't realise there was like each episode gets like 5 or 6 million views an episode, which is crazy. Oh, wow. And all the guys on there were really cool, and I know a lot of them as well. And it was just like fun on set, and it was my first kind of bit of acting really, because I never acted before outside of my classroom, you know.
What was the decision to join the Magcon, like the tour?
I mean, I was 16 or 17, I think, 16, and I've seen a lot of people online join this tour, and people like doing really well, and it looked a lot of fun as well, and I wanted to travel the world. So me and Magcon started talking, and people behind like the whole experience, and we chatted, and they were like, yeah, you should come on the tour. So I was like, dope, like, yeah, 100%. So I met some of my best friends on there that are my like really good friends till like this day, and they're all doing their own things now, and I'm doing mine. But it was a really good journey, and I travelled the world because of it. I went to Australia, I did Europe, I did New Zealand. Yeah. So I a lot to thank to them, because I got to see things I probably wouldn't have seen.
How did you meet Loren Gray and Baby Ariel?
So I've known Baby Ariel for like well over like a year and a half now, kind of thing. We just knew each other from like Instagram and online, just because we were all kind of friends. And the same with Loren. I've known her for well over a year now, and she's super dope as well. We're all like really close. Me and Loren like best friends. We're really cool. We met at a cafe. No, we didn't. We met in Hollywood actually with Mark Thomas, and we just like exchanged over like DMs kind of thing. She was like, "Oh, you're in town?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in town." So we kind of just met up, and we've kind of been friends ever since, really, and now we're all friends with all the same people.
Yeah, and it's so cool you're on each other's videos and so
we all have like a little clique, and everyone's super supportive as well. I mean, like, it's never like everyone just does it because they want to, you know, everyone shares things and posts things and are in videos because they want to help each other out. There's no like, it's not like everyone's begging each other. Everything's just like everyone just wants to help each other out, which is so nice.
And what was the inspiration behind your personal song?
I mean, we were in the studio and a friend of ours had already written like the hook, "Don't Take It Personal," and I fell in love with it. I was like, I need that to be like on my song. So we kind of reworked the chorus and the verses and stuff, and we changed like the lyrics to kind of suit me and the whole kind of like high school thing and being heartbroken by like a girl, like a cheerleader basically. And that was kind of, the inspiration was almost like, it was almost already there. We kind of just pieced all the puzzle bits together, and I wanted it to be about kind of school, and that's why the video kind of came from it as well, being in like a school environment, because I don't know, it's young, it's fun, and I love, it reminds me of High School Musical, and I loved High School Musical when I was growing up, so I was like, I want to write a song kind of like that, you know.
How do you think you've grown as a person since when you started?
I think, you know what, a lot of people do the whole kind of like, you know, I've changed as a person, now I'm like a better person. I'm the same person. I've like, nothing's changed. Like, I still have the same like opinions, I still have the same thoughts, I still like the same people, I still dislike the same people, like nothing's changed. I'm just still Harvey from when I was 13 to like when I'm 19 now.
Yeah.
No like big interventions happen, like I know a lot of people say that, oh, I've changed, you know, all that kind of stuff. I haven't really, I'm just still me.
Yeah.
I might have matured a little bit, but like I think everyone does from when they're younger. Apart from how I look and how mature I am, I don't think really much changed. I've just kind of been me.
How do you think your music has changed from the early songs you made to the ones that you're going to put out this year?
Well, obviously music changes like throughout the years, just how it sounds, so the sound is a lot different. My voice is a bit deeper, you know, because it was a bit higher when I first started. The lyrics are a bit older, you know, they're tailored to a bit of a... They're still young actually, if I'm honest, but they are still young. But maybe in a few years' time I'll start writing about more kind of like deeper things. But I'm a light-hearted guy, so like I just want to write about, you know, love. I don't want to write about the deep stuff, not yet anyway. Not until I'm in like a place where I'm like, wow, that's deep, you know? True. I'll wait for that stuff.
What does success look like to you?
Selling out Madison Square Gardens. Yeah, that's success to me. Happiness is a success to me, I think. Just being happy. I mean, if you're happy, then you know you're doing well. You're successful because you're happy, and it's not all about the money and all about the fame, all that kind of stuff. It's never really. I just want to make good music. Success to me is when my songs are always on the radio, like constantly, and when I'm touring the world, and I'll in my private plane, jetting around the world. Success is like meeting new people and being able to meet people that you wouldn't be able to. Living in a nice house, having a nice car.
Yeah, I love that.
Nothing too like big, you know.
Last question, what do you want to be remembered for?
That's a great question. That's a really deep question. I feel like most people are remembered because of bad things. I think, like not everybody. Some people are like you know, remembered for great things. So I want to be remembered for something great. You know, I'd love to say that. The thing is, right. I mean, there are so many influential people in the world, and I'm just a musician. You know, I'm just a music guy. I just release music. So whether I'll change the world or be remembered for anything, I don't know. I don't particularly care either, you know, don't get me wrong, I'd love to be remembered like a lot, but I mean, I'll let all the presidents be remembered and let all these, you know, all these people that change people's life be remembered. I don't mind not being remembered, I just want to be remembered for good music, that's all I care for. And if I don't, then that's cool, as long as the people of my time remember it, we're good.
Yeah, I love that, thank you so much.
Thank you so
awesome.
much. It was great, it was deep, it was nice, I enjoyed it. I'm walking in the sun, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.